Welcome back for another 5-minute market update. There was a very coordinated and very strange dump that happened across 9 tickers on Binance about 12 hours ago. ACT, which is a meme coin, AI meme coin. DEX, yeah, I know this one because it's been good for trading. Kava as well. DF has been good for trading on Binance. It's a very strange thing for all of these to dump simultaneously. And no, this isn't exclusively like a joke. People think it's a joke. No, it's not. If we go to ACT, USDT, it literally dumped from support here all the way down here, 60%. Absolutely obliterated and destroyed. What is going on? To be honest, I don't really understand and I don't get why it's doing that. But we have bigger fish to fry. The truth is that low volume coins, and especially a coin like ACT, when it's starting to look really bearish, and bearish as in volume is down and the price is going sideways, it's just a matter of time until it dumps. The other ones is really unfortunate because they've been really good for trading, especially Kava. Kava has actually been a really good chart for trading. So it unfortunately had a massive dump on Binance and it's negatively affecting the chart on other exchanges as well. But I want to focus on Bitcoin because Bitcoin had a very good April 1st and April Fool's Day, and it's literally no joke. It went up about 3%. Namely, it went right back up into the daily TBO cloud and it touched the fast line, which is always the first touch after being oversold or overextended from it, which is great. Now, the goal for BTC is to continue pushing up and inside of the daily TBO cloud. Keep in mind, the slow line is still pointing up. It still looks good. It still looks bullish. Now, daily RSI did have a nicer move up, but it did not go up here to this white line of overhead resistance that's been in place for months. On balance volume is slowly starting to flatten out. And what I mean by flatten out is you can see how strong the downtrend is here, and then it just kind of slows down. And then we eventually wanted to see it go flat and then start to curl up. But that will only happen when this blue jagged line starts to make higher highs like this, and it's this color. So we need to see something like this happen in order to pull up the on-balance volume moving average. And again, the reason why I like using on-balance volume is because this shows us cumulative volume. Speaking of volume, volume has consistently been down. Despite having a quote-unquote good day yesterday, volume is really bad. And I think I already explained this in another video, but it's worth doing it again. The reason why I use Binance's BTC USDT chart is because it has the most trading volume out of any pair on the crypto market. If I were to use the index, there's actually less volume being traded. It's about the same in performance in regards to the moving average and also the volume candles or volume columns we're seeing here. But look at this yellow number here, 1.18 billion. This is Coinbase, 135 million, really low. And then we have Binance, 2.05 billion. So the reason why I keep going back to Binance's charts is because it has the most volume. It makes the most sense. Go to where the volume is. Now, on the 4-hour time frame, we did kind of push above this first overhead resistance line or the fan. So I'm going to say that this thing is done. We really did have 3 days above it. And ideally, we want to see BTC continue to push up right here into this overhead resistance line that we haven't seen it push into yet. It's kind of a tall order. I don't expect it to happen today. And there's also a lot of news around Trump's Liberation Day event that's happening, well, my today, but North America, your tomorrow. It's probably news around tariffs. I don't know why Bitcoin is moving up higher and the crypto market in general is moving higher. We had a pretty green close on the daily candle. Yes, things are a little bit red right now because it's just opened up a new day, but things are looking pretty decent. Ethereum, of all things, shot up 4%, almost 5%, and printed another TBT bullish divergence signal. One of many that we've seen, so I'm not looking at this going, this is the one! But it's important to check volume. Is volume exceeding the moving average? Nope. Is on-balance volume flattening out? Kind of, sort of, not really. Is RSI like, okay? Kind of, sort of, not really. It's not that great. So again, this is like a real nothing burger. Yes, we had a TBT bullish divergence signal, which I shared yesterday. and it's up 5% from there. So that's a good sign. A short-term target would be at just over $2,000, but that's a lot to ask of Ethereum because it's just a stinker. It's really terrible. Bitcoin dominance has actually started a new uptrend. And it's not concerning, but it is something to keep an eye on because when we see Bitcoin dominance move up like this tells us that it's very dangerous to mess with alts. And even though we had a good green day across the board on yesterday's close, the fact that Bitcoin dominance is moving up on the 4-hour time frame, we also have a recent TBO breakout cluster with a confusing TBT bearish divergence signal as well. So when I see this and the cloud's just starting to open up again, I mean, the last time we saw a breakout cluster like this, let me readjust the setting. We saw a pretty explosive move here in late January where it just shot up like crazy. Before that, it was at the end of the move and it only moved up about 2% before falling down. Now, given the fact that we've been on a relatively steady uptrend, I do think that Bitcoin dominance is going to go up higher. This looks like a pretty bullish breakout, which is great for holding Bitcoin, and it's painful for holding BTC pairs, painful for alts, but it's good for BTC, and it will inevitably be good for top 10, top 20, all the others, market cap and stuff. Last but not least, Pax Gold against BTC printed another TBT bearish divergence signal yesterday. Interestingly enough, this happens almost at resistance. Yes, we had a breakout at the very top of the move, and then it fell down. I'm looking at this and I'm still waiting and still expecting Bitcoin to outperform gold, as crazy as that sounds, because gold is actually doing extremely well. Gold is now pumping higher and higher. It made a new high at 3,150 or something like that yesterday. It's incredible. There's a lot of strength there. But I still think that Bitcoin is going to outpace gold. Now, for all of you that are a little bit slow, I like you. I still like you. You're still a special person. But for all of you that are a little bit slow, if you watched the video that I posted recently and watched yesterday's video, and you didn't pick up on the fact that this could not be true in any shape or form, you need to do some self-reflection. But just to kind of point it out to you, if you click the Buy Now button, it lets you know that this was an April Fool's joke. But better than that, it's actually a promotion. Da-da-da-da. So if you use the code April 2025, just like that, you can get 30% off of any of our courses at the Better Traders. So just want to make sure that people are like, haha, that's so funny, and they move on. It's like, there's actually a coupon because people have been asking me and sending me messages on Discord and stuff like, do you guys have any sales coming up? This is your chance right now. So until the next time, you know what to do. Stay awesome and stay in the green. Peace.